is something you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with this world. And you don't know what it is, but it's there like a splinter in your mind, and it just drives you mad. Well, that was just a quote from The Matrix, but it makes a good premise. Now, in my opinion, you become the master of your reality when you don't. Or rather put it, when you control your dreams. You're no longer a slave to who you are when you wake up. If you have truly mastered controlling your dreams, that is, if you can, say, lucid dream, can you also control the act of not dreaming? Can you control the experience of being an absolutely blank slate? Of experiencing absolutely nothing? I think you can see where I'm going with this. Many have tried naming this experience, and most recently it has taken the name of death. Absolute oblivion, the feeling of not feeling anything, of being dissolved into the unknown. What is at the end of the dream? There are many great philosophies surrounding this idea, and almost all of them agree to a certain extent that you master yourself the day you master your dreams. The day you access the inner depths of your mind and think of your next thought before thinking of it first at all. That each night you have the power to slip into 80 or maybe 90 years of equivalent dream time, an alternate life, where initially you will feed the ego. You will begin each night dreaming of all the things that you ever wanted, all your desires, all the attainment of power. You would fulfill all hedonistic wishes. Then you would get a pang for excitement and transition into an action-packed dimension. You will live your life as if you're in a thriller sequence. To cook up a giant beast, think that you are a giant beast with a giant head and sharp teeth and tiny arms. Not probably the best design, but it's still capable of devouring every life form in its way. Maybe you decide to become a smart life form and play with fire. Maybe you follow that by fighting a war, maybe thousands of wars. Maybe you try and see what it feels like to blow up a star. Now, as you're getting more and more confident, you get a taste for an element of surprise simply because you're bored. You want to surprise yourself. And as ironic as it may seem, you want your mind to throw something at itself such that it doesn't know what it is that it's throwing. And yet somehow you manage to do even that. It's an amazing feat, but somehow you do it. Or at least you fooled yourself to be able to. Because that is the night that you live the life that you're actually living right now. Don't even think about thinking about it. Welcome to the present. We are so glad to have you here. And somehow, somewhere, we are all collectively living here in this present reality. And someday, we all realize, or rather move on to the next dimension of excitement, of curiosity, of not dreaming. Someday, most of us take 70, maybe 80 years to get there. Our soul makes the decision to explore the next realm. And there hasn't been one recorded person in the history of mankind who hasn't been there. So what dimension, what degree of being lost can you handle? What degree of complete abandonment of your reality is your mind capable of handling? How far deep can you keep falling inside your mind? How could there ever be a coincidence? The creation of not just an intelligent ape, but rather a self-conscious one. One capable of superstition, of making decisions based on simply a feeling. Isn't it just incredible? You know, maybe it was all just a coincidence. Maybe you aren't special. Maybe there isn't free will. Maybe it was all just luck. But oh, what beautiful luck indeed. I'm not saying there's an omnipresent, omnipotent, all-powerful being. Quite the contrary, well, at least not in the traditional sense. Because if there is, it's you. You summon into existence everything around you as you move. The minute you exit a room, its effects lost, but what is to say that the room does too? You make a room exist by stepping into it. Everything from a microscopic virus to an insect to a fully grown intelligent ape to the giant hot ball of gas that your favorite rock revolves around, all exist as long as you do. And everything fades the second you do. You are a child of this universe, but you are also its creator. And there you have it, the vicious circle. And all of this sprouts from mastering the skill of mastering emotions. Only when you have absorbed all happiness, sadness, anger, disgust, whatever it is, as long as you have learned how to feel each of these emotions separately and to their maximum, only then have you truly felt your soul. When you don't just feel happiness, but you become it. When you don't just feel sadness or anger, but you become chaos. And then learn to move from one to the other at will. That is when you truly become the master of your own feelings, of your own soul. Because it is much easier to not be something than to not feel it. And the truth is, that is also the day that you become God. God isn't someone who controls every single action of the universe, but rather someone who simply controls how every creature feels about it. It shouldn't go to your head too badly if you woke up one morning and realized that you never needed to control the universe. You simply needed to control yourself. Because now you finally understand the old saying, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This drama you cooked up for yourself, take it lightly. None of us are getting out of here alive anyway. I'll never forget there was this one cheesy romantic song. The lyrics said something about a boy never loving someone to save himself from getting hurt. There's a very flawed logic, and the song obviously makes fun of it, but it just got me thinking. It's quite the same with our lives. We spend all life trying to avoid death. But in the process, where the only way to achieve this is to also avoid life. And that's what we all do. And so the real question isn't if there's life after death. Put it rather, ask yourself,